Today we'll prepare vegan fish curry. Yes, we are preparing veg fish curry or vegan fish curry. That means we are preparing a vegetarian dish, but we are giving it the flavor of fish curry, traditional fish curry of India. And once you make it, you won't realize that it's not fish, because this spices we are using to flavor this is completely similar to that of fish. So do give this recipe a try. You will love them, especially if you are not able to eat non-veg and you are a die-hard fan of vegetarian. This dish is a must. So give it a try, vegan fish curry. Hey guys, I am Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Su's Food Corner. I hope you all are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to this page, do subscribe to my page and do not forget to tap the bell button. And thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. So let's start with this interesting recipe. To make fish curry, we need to prepare fish. Yes, we are actually preparing fish. I have taken a split chickpeas or chana dal around 1.5 cups or 150 grams, and I have soaked them for good 4 hours. And now we need to make them a fine paste. Before that, I'll add 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, and then green chilies 2 to 3, completely depends upon your taste, and then coriander leaf, fresh green coriander, half cup. And I need to make a fine paste of this mixture, but make sure we don't want a watery mixture. So I have just used around 1/4 cup of water to blend this much amount of dal, and the mixture should be of this consistency and it should be super fine. So if you are thinking that this might not be that fine, you can again blend it, or you can blend it 2 times, but the mixture should be very fine. So this mixture is now ready, and to it I'll add turmeric powder around 1.5 teaspoon and salt according to my taste, and mix it nicely. Give it a nice mix for good 1 minute. And if by chance your mixture is a bit watery, then you can always add 2 tablespoon or some amount of besan or gram flour powder to make it a bit dry. So this is a tip, you can always use it. Now keep it aside for good 5 to 10 minutes. Now we'll make a spice paste. I have taken here yellow mustard around 2 tablespoon, cumin seeds I'll take here 1 tablespoon, and to it I'll add garlic cloves around 10, and then goes peeled and cut ginger around 1 inch. Some coriander seeds also I'll add around 1 teaspoon. If you have coriander powder, dry coriander powder, you can skip this part. And there goes some dry red chilies, 2 whole. And now I'll add little bit amount of water around half cup and blend it to make a fine puree. Just keep it aside. And then I have heated here a iron tawa, cast iron tawa, and I have heated it on medium flame, and I'll brush with some mustard oil. Mustard oil plays a very intricate part in this recipe. And now I'll add 1 spoonful of batter, and now spread it in a circular way like we make chilas or dosas. A very fine and a thin layer of this chila, and just wait for 1 minute till the upper layer dries out. It will just take 1 minute on medium flame, and you can know when you move the spatula it comes out dry. See, in this way. So now from sides, first separate it and then start rolling in this way. We want long cylindrical shape, so just roll it in this way, and then once it's done, just press slightly. It will hold the structure nicely, and then cut it into this type rhombus size, like fish pieces. In India we have fish pieces in of this shape. So basically we are trying to make veg fish, as I said from starting. Now I'll just show you the second one. I'll just apply some water to lower the temperature of this cast iron, and then on medium flame I'll again pour 1 ladle full of the batter, and then spread it evenly to a thin chila like structure, or somewhat like dosa, as I said, and apply some oil on its top, and then just wait for 1 minute so that the upper portion just dries out. Important tip here is that the backside of this chila initial process, it should not be too much roasted, because we will be again roasting this fish fish pieces. So just roll it in this way and press it, and then cut it into your desired shape. As I said, in India we prefer fish pieces of this size, so I have just cut it into this shape. So all these pieces are done now. Just I'll take them out, and then I'll again roast these pieces like we do for the fish pieces. So I have cleaned this griddle now. I'll then pour 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil and now increase the temperature, and then I'll add all the prepared pieces one by one, so that now it gets a nice color. So at this stage the temperature should be high, and now I have added all the pieces. You can do it in batches also, and now cook for good 3 to 4 minutes on high flame till these pieces gets roasted and gets a nice caramelized color. See, somewhat like this. So these are looking nice now. There is a nice crust and it has become also hard. So just take them out once it's done, and I'll transfer to a plate, and my veg fish are ready, or vegan fishes are ready. So now let's prepare the gravy. I have heated a kadhai on medium flame, and to it I'll add 4 tablespoons of mustard oil. Mustard oil gives a very nice punch to this dish. There goes 2 bay leaves and panchforan or Indian 5 spices mixed to give the tempering, 1 teaspoon. And when it's tempered for around 1 to 2 minutes, we'll add a paste of 1 onion. I have not added any water while making the paste, just 1 medium onion, and I have just blended it. So now I'll roast this onion paste for good 1 to 2 minutes on medium flame, or till I can see the oil separates from the sides. It's looking nice now. See, the oil has separated. At this stage I'll add red chili powder around 1 tablespoon and turmeric powder around 1.5 teaspoon. Turmeric powder and red chili powder here gives a very nice color, and of course you can adjust the amount of red chili powder according to your taste. Mix everything, roast for good 1 to 2 minutes, and now when it's done, the color has changed of this onion paste, and I'll add the blended masala paste that we had made from the mixture of mustard seeds, ginger, garlic, and now mix it and cook on open flame for 2 to 3 minutes, and after 2 to 3 minutes lower the temperature to low medium and cover it and cook for 5 to 6 minutes. After 5 to 6 minutes you can see the water we had added to make the masala paste has dried up and it has become more thickened in its consistency. At this stage I'll add 2 roughly chopped tomatoes large sized and add salt according to my taste, and now give it a nice mix, and now cover it and cook for good 6 to 7 minutes. I have not added any water in this spice mix till now, because now the tomatoes will release its moisture and this masala paste will be cooked in the moisture of tomatoes, and after 7 to 8 minutes you can see the tomatoes have softened, it has released moisture, and the masala paste has absorbed all the moisture and has cooked very nicely. And now just cook this, fry this on open flame for good 5 to 6 minutes more, or till you see the masala paste is completely dry and the oil starts oozing from sides. You can see how nicely the oil has oozed out from its sides, and this masala paste is looking so nice, and the smell is also very similar to mustard fish curry that we normally make in Indian homes. So now just mix everything, and I just can't upload the smell of this recipe, so once you will make it you can know why it's called veg fish curry. So at this stage, when you see the oil has separated from this spice mix, add chopped coriander leaves around 1 tablespoon and water according to the gravy you want. Maybe like 200 ml water is good, because we don't want a watery gravy. Now cover it and let it boil for good 7 to 8 minutes, and see the gravy has been simmering now for 6-7 minutes and it's looking perfect to me. The oil has oozed up on the surface and this gravy is looking so nice. And now to balance the flavors, I'll add dry mango powder, amchur powder around 1 teaspoon, some coriander leaves, 2 to 3 whole green chilies, and give it a mix. And the secret to my awesome recipe is that around half teaspoon of jaggery or sugar. What this will do is balance out all the flavors. So this is very important, and now it's done. Just mix everything and turn off the gas. Yes, turn off the gas and then add the fried fishes, because this will instantly absorb this gravy. So make sure you add these pieces once it's done. The gravy is completely ready. Now add the fish pieces and cover it for 3 to 4 minutes. and after 3 to 4 minutes you can see how beautiful this gravy is looking. This fish what we had prepared has absorbed all the gravy, and this is somewhat it looks after that. So I think my vegan fish curry is ready and it's looking perfect. So I'll just serve it, and you can see how beautifully these pieces have absorbed the gravy. And the best feature of this gravy is that this fishes what we have prepared, or vegan fish pieces or veg fish pieces, they have completely absorbed the gravy to tits and bits. So once you taste it, it's very similar to that, the taste of fish. So I think this recipe calls for a try, and especially for those days when we really carve for some non-veg but we can't have. In India we follow lots of religious festivals like it's ongoing Sawan Maina or Kartik. So on those days this recipe is a must. So give this recipe a try and let me know your feedback, and if you have liked the video, please press the like button, do subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to share with your family and friends. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.